Afternoon. We're in Chicopee, Massachusetts, and we're at the Medina Street boat access location. This has been here a very long time, about 30 years at least, but they improved it recently and they made it with more parking spaces and a better ramp. So it's been changed a little bit. So do you want to know anything on your own?
So what is this area used for?
Most people use it to launch their canoes and kayaks or their boats, and that's why they have big parking spaces here for the boat launchers. And the canoe and kayakers can go to the smaller ones over there. And there's a lot of other things around here that are very utilitarian, and we'll talk about those, okay? So this here is a part of the Connecticut River Greenway State Park, which is centered in Northampton. And up there they have the Elwell State Park, which has a boat launch area. There's also a launch in South Hadley, Chicopee. There's one in Hatfield. There's one in Sunderland, in Rowe, so forth and so on. All right, there's one in Barton Cove. That's 8. And that's how many belong to the Connecticut River Greenway State Park. Over in that direction is the water treatment plant for Chicopee. That's the sewage. They clean it before they release it out into the Connecticut River. So the Connecticut River is the river around here. And they also have a big electric field around here. Reason why? Because you're taking in electricity from areas to the west and ship it into Chicopee. And so you got big power lines crossing here. You also have an interstate over there that we'll go to. That's in State 90 or the Massachusetts Turnpike. All right, there's an information board here. And on the back it tells you that this is a public access area called the Medina Street Boat Launch. All right, it doesn't tell you that it's part of Greenway State Park, but most of the elements don't tell you that. All right, and then here they tell you in 2021 the Medina Street boat ramp built by Massachusetts. It's actually a lot older than that. All right, but that's when they fixed it up to this high level. It used to be a lot smaller, and then they put in a special bench as a memorial. It's in loving memory of Aidan D. Blanchard, 2009 to 2021. He died in the river by drowning. He got lost during the deep winter and went onto the ice and fell through. Never to be forgotten by his family and friends. All right, and there's the Connecticut River. It's very, very calm around this area. It always has been. All right. Here's the big ramp area. And here you can launch your boat. It's a graded ramp area to a grip. And if you have a canoe or kayak, you can either go in right through here, or you can go on the beach over here and make it a little easier for yourself. Okay, so they make it nice for you. And across the way is West Springfield, so you're leaving Chicopee into West Springfield. And this is the Turnpike Bridge over the Connecticut River. That's in State 90. All right, and it's going from Chicopee into West Springfield. And then upwards is the Chicopee River. And then Chicopee has rapids, but not here. It doesn't have rapids at this location. All right, they tend to be more towards the north of Chicopee and more deep towards the south. All right, in the distance I can see the Mount Tom range starting with the Mount Tom peak itself. All right, so there's a lot around here. And if you do go canoe or kayak from this position, if you go to the south, you'll very quickly meet up with the first of the bridges that cross from Springfield over to the western banks, and that's the North End Bridge. Then after another couple miles, you meet the Memorial Bridge, and if you go further down, you meet the South End Bridge. Right, and I've done that in kayak from this position. Now, if you go north, you'll go up to the South Hattie Boat Access launch area, probably about 5 miles away, and that is a position you can also launch from. And you'll meet soon after that the dam, the whole dam that crosses, and you also meet along the way the Willimantic Bridge, the 391 Bridge, and the Vietnam Veteran Bridge. So of course you can't go by the dam with a canoe or kayak. So upwards, Northampton and Hatfield and Sunderland have boat launch areas. So that's what most people do around this area. There's also a boat launch further down. That's not part of a Connecticut Greenway State Park. It's in Agawam, and I've used that before. It's across, basically across from the Hall of Fame. And I'll have pictures as usual and a write-up about this area.